Hi, I'm Patrick Dockry. I'm here to give hairdressers a voice, which they so desperately need right now. Join me and my business partner, Gordon Fletcher, as we go out on the road and find out from hairdressers in their own words who they are, how they contribute, what challenges they face, and why they are essential to society.
I am Marcy Heinrichs, and I am essential.
I am Karina Carrillo, and I am essential.
My name is Megan Tucker, and I am essential.
My name's Scotty Moore, and I am essential.
I am Kathleen Landris, and I am essential.
I love being a hairstylist because I know that every person that leaves my chair feels better than when they came in.
I love being a hairdresser for the freedom. I love being a hairdresser for self-expression.
Doing hair fills my soul. I feel like I can come home and the joy that I get from my clients and from doing what I love every single day, that overflows into my family at home.
I get to pick and choose my own hours and how hard I want to work and how much money I want to make. All those things are great, but really at the end of the day, the way that my client looks in the mirror when they love their hair is the absolute best reward.
I love being a hairdresser because I believe it is what I was meant to do. I feel like I'm in my dharma, my truth when I'm working.
I can give people confidence. I can give people emotional support. I can transform someone into things that they never even imagined in terms of beauty.
And I just know that we're a place where you can come in and you just know that you're cared for and you really are appreciated.
I love being a hairdresser because I like to make people feel good. I love to be happy, and I love to make people laugh, to be honest. This job, I always say, is the greatest job in the world. I can be my 100% true self, from the way I dress, from the way I talk, to my personality.
I love being a hairdresser because it is a creative outlet, it makes people feel good, and it's an extremely social environment.
My favorite thing about this business is that it's constantly changing. Our industry changes, and we have to grow and change with it.
It's such a great industry, and I've just grown to love it even more over time.
When people say, if you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life, I live by that.
My favorite thing about being a hairdresser is actually being in the salon. This is my favorite place to be. It's my second home, especially not having any family close to me. I really appreciate all of my clients like my family.
So my favorite thing about the business is the interaction with people. I learned a long time ago that 80% of it's about personality and the rest is developing your craft.
It's a fun job. I really enjoy making people's hair look beautiful and connecting with my clients.
We are positive, outgoing communicators, and that's our job.
When you turn them around in their chair or hand them that mirror and they see themselves for the first time, I still get chills 18 years later.
I think the ultimate goal is to make your clients feel special. They become our friends, sometimes our family, and I want them to feel like when they're not with us, they miss us.
I feel like I make people's lives better by listening to them, making them feel good, giving them a new look and a new lease on life.
I can honestly say I make people's lives better by creating a safe space for them to come as a salon owner, that it's somewhere where they can literally let their hair down and just be them.
I think that people enjoy coming to me because I listen to them, I don't judge them, I make them feel comfortable, I give them advice, and I just try to cheer them up as best as I can.
When you think about how I make my clients feel, I make them feel hopefully very special.
I love coming to the hairdresser because when I come in here, I get to relax. They do my hair, I leave feeling so good and just better about myself, and it just gives you such an uplifting feeling, especially during these times.
COVID, to me personally, not only impacted me financially, it impacted my emotional spirit. I usually try to stay very positive And I have done a really good job at that, but I can tell you that depression and tears and fear, being scared, not only for me, but everybody else, has been very, very prominent throughout this whole COVID thing.
And financially, it's just a huge blow, not being able to open for 6 months. This month is marks a year since we've opened the salon, and we've been closed 6 of those months.
COVID has affected my business and my life because I'm a single mom of 4. So financially, it's scary. Not knowing when you can work or where you can work.
I was so excited to finally get to do what I've always dreamed of doing, and I was scared that we weren't going to come back or come out of this.
COVID has affected my business in ways I never imagined. A week before the first COVID shutdown, my daughter and I were sitting together and she said, "Mom, you have nothing to worry about. Everybody always needs a haircut." And I believed her. And COVID took that away from me.
Honestly, when we first got the news about the initial shutdown, I broke down. I did not do well. I'm someone who struggles with anxiety, and I had a lot of breakdowns because when you work so hard to get what you want, to get to a point in your life, to get what you want, not only in a business aspect, but this is one of like my dreams, my goals. Like I said, my job is so much more personal than just doing hair, that it can be that it got taken away from me just like that, without a second thought, without a second chance, without evaluation, and that was really hard.
As an owner, business-wise, it affects us. It's scary. Most businesses of salons are owned by small business owners. We are not independently wealthy people that have money to just burn on rent. Most of us work month to month to make ends meet in the salon.
Basically, our business is at a standstill. We have a brand new, beautiful salon that we invested everything in, and it's sitting empty.
How has COVID affected my business? It has shut me down twice.
COVID has affected my business in so many ways. We are a brand new little bitty baby salon. We signed our lease on a Friday in March, and the following Wednesday, the entire country was shut down. So we definitely thought that we screwed ourselves majorly, but we pushed through and we built an entire salon during the first shutdown. And then we got to open, first time ever, June 1st, and we killed it. We just were so busy, we blew up, and then to be shut down again, it was heartbreaking. Like, I cried on my bedroom floor.
And I've seen 4 major salons in town actually not reopen after the first closure. And that's devastating to me. These are salon owners that I looked up to. These are salon owners that actually personally coached me, and to see their dreams fall apart because they were big, their overhead was much more than somebody could just float with zero income.
It has had good and bad effects. It has made me stop and slow down and relax and realize how very important we are and very important our clients are to us.
COVID has affected me emotionally in the sense that it's given me a chance to reflect on how much I really love this industry, I love this business.
As a salon owner, I have both independent contractors and commission. And the commission people, I thank God for my husband. He got them right on all the benefits that they could get, and they survived through that.
My clients have been so supportive. They reach out to me on a regular basis. They ask me how I'm doing, if there's anything they can help with. I've even had a few donations just being Venmo'd to me.
COVID has affected my business in many ways. The biggest way is that this is my livelihood and this is what I do on a daily basis. I spend more time in the salon than I do at home. And in the beginning of this COVID crisis, I found myself very sad and a little bit depressed. and not feeling like I had a purpose when I woke up in the morning. I didn't know what to do with myself. This has affected me in a lot of ways. With the strength and love and support from my clients and my family, I really feel like I've been able to make it through.
When you go to beauty school, you're not taught how to do this perfect balayage, and you're not taught exceptional color theory. You're literally taught how to pass state board, and passing state board is sanitation. 1,600 hours worth of beauty school all revolves around sanitation.
My training in beauty school was sanitation, sanitation, sanitation.
I would say beauty school and my training was 90% sanitation over anything else, and we pride ourselves in keeping the client safe. That is our #1 priority.
We're well versed in draping, in covering up, in gloving our hands, in washing our hands, in protecting and cleaning and replacing our tools when they needed to be.
We use Barbicide, which is the #1 antiviral spray.
Before you perform a single service, they focus on sanitation and disinfecting. That is honestly more important than the actual service that you're going to perform for the client. So before they sit in your chair, you are ready for them, sanitized and disinfected, and by the time they leave, you sanitize and you disinfect again.
What I learned in beauty school was to sanitize, disinfect, wash my hands over and over again, and keep my workspace clean.
And in beauty college, we learned so much about sanitation, but after that, when I actually got my license, I really did not know that much about hair. It was about going out and taking extra classes, learning from the people around me, and surrounding myself with people that knew their craft.
Our sanitation training in beauty school was very surprising to me. I remember when they handed me a textbook and I said, "Oh, I don't need this, I'm going to beauty school. This is why I'm not going to college." But what we learned sanitation-wise is so valuable, and through the COVID crisis, I've learned just how much we have learned in sanitation.
For myself, I have over a decade of experience in the medical field, and I can tell you I have been trained more as a cosmetologist in sanitation than I was as a nursing assistant.
I'm frustrated because I don't believe it's fair that we get shut down and reopened. There's, like I said, a lot of different industries who are open that don't have nearly the training in sanitation and sterilization. We deal with it every day. It's not just during a pandemic.
You go to a lot of different businesses and you see that they aren't licensed as we are in sanitation. They aren't taking the proper measurements as we are, and they're up and running with more people coming through them than we do in a week.
Am I feeling frustrated? Absolutely 150%. We are licensed in sanitation, we pay for our licenses, we pay for our establishment license, and in one day it just was wiped away. It was taken from us. Our rights were taken from us.
Put out on the street to do hair, where we are licensed in cosmetology, sanitation, sterilization, patron protection. We use the same hospital grade Barbicide as the hospitals do. We are trained in taking care of people.
I would feel let down by our government. I feel let down by state board.
There's a lot of emotion built up behind this, and it creates fear in us because we're not sure where our place is in doing hair in society anymore.
I'm frustrated because I want to go to work. I want to be there for my clients. I want to be doing what I love, and they're not allowing me to.
Absolutely. I've been frustrated the entire time. It just feels so unfair, just like a huge slap in the face. Like we were definitely not valued or taken seriously at all.
I'm frustrated and I'm hurt and I'm sad, and I also feel like I can't do anything about it, and that's what makes me frustrated.
Frustration, beyond frustration, honestly irate. I just don't understand how somebody could view you as non-essential and that they get to make that decision. And I watch these single moms having to provide for their family, and just the government taking that right from them, lighting it on fire, and then saying, now feed your kids.
How I feel about my fellow hairdressers, one of the cool things that's happened during COVID is the reaching out to the other owners in my town that I probably generally wouldn't have done. But now we're all in a group text, all the owners, and we've really bonded together and said, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it together.
I've actually learned a lot more about my fellow hairdressers, the things that they go through on a daily basis, and this is something that we can all relate to, especially because we're all in this together.
I love my fellow hairdressers. They're great. They're a great support system.
My fellow hairdressers, like I said, they're trying to keep afloat. Some are very mad, some are giving up, some are willing to fight, and I gotta say, we do have a lot of fighters.
I feel super proud to be a hairstylist right now. Like, I have watched our industry push through so many different things that we never thought we would ever have to do, ever.
As a hairdresser, we have all come together as one, and we put up a really big fight, and I'm very proud to call myself a stylist in California. Although it has been very tough, it has shown how strong we all are.
The solutions that I have are personal goals. I am 100% willing to take it slow and to ease back in, and I know my clients are right there with me.
My solution would be to stick together and lift each other up and support each other and have each other's backs.
I have no solutions. I just deal with one day at a time and deal with each problem as it comes along, but embrace the positive stuff that comes out of a negative situation like this.
I feel a good solution to the issue is to compensate people for what they've lost.
What I'd like to see is fairness. As long as we're doing our part, as long as we're doing what we're told and we feel we really are, let us work. Let us keep in business.
We just want to work. We don't want to have to rely on unemployment. We don't want to have to rely on anyone else to make our income. If we're following proper sanitation, disinfection, and following the rules of in such a controlled environment, there's no reason we should be able not to work.
I am very hopeful for the future. I know that this is going to be a huge change in our industry, but I think we can do it. I'm willing to put in the hard work, as I always have.
I am hopeful for the future, and I think we need to make a change and be loud about it.
I am very hopeful for the future because this is 100% a wake-up call to our community right now.
I am definitely hopeful for the future. There is no way that I've gone this long and worked this hard and done this much to not come out on the other end. Like, we will be successful.
I'm hopeful for the future in the fact that we've learned so much from this situation, and I believe that as an industry we're going to go forward and be stronger and more well prepared.
Of course I'm hopeful for the future. I've dedicated half my life to this industry, and I hope that we're going to be able to see this and come back stronger and better than ever.
I have a lot of empathy, compassion, and I think I have a deeper heart for people now than I had before.
I'm hopeful for the future because I feel like this time is our time as hairdressers, where we are going to be respected more, we are going to be appreciated more.
You know, we're going to get through this because we're doing it together. You're not alone.